Sa human relations naman po tayo, no? So dito po sa human relations, pili lang yung topics na itatakel natin kasi konti lang din naman yung mga topics na nilagay sa syllabus nyo, no? So hindi po yung buong articles 19 and so on itatakel. Pinili lang po. So abuse of rights, of course, yung tortious interference, yung thoughtless extravagance, which is peculiar kasi di naman to normally tinatanong, no? So baka dito tayo pagtanungan sa bar. Medyo ano lang naman to, medyo kinukutuban lang ako kasi hindi siya normally nilalagay talaga, no? Tapos yung isa, unjust enrichment. No? So kung matatanong tayo dito, meron akong prediction na early prediction sa tatlo. So either abuse of rights, isa lang na out of three. Abuse of rights sa thoughtless extravagance or sa tortious interference, yung Article 13, 14, kasi oblicon din siya, no? So, yun. Pero ako medyo, ano ako dito sa thoughtless extravagance kasi medyo lalabas to siguro, no? Anyway, simulan natin sa thoughtless extravagance na. So, sabi po sa Article 25, thoughtless extravagance in expenses for pleasure or display during the period of acute public want or emergency may be stopped by order of the courts at the instance of any government or private charitable institution. So paano po kayong tatanungin dito? Sa tingin ko, tatanungin kayo sa ano, sa technical. Sabihin natin ang nag-file ng kaso, concerned citizens. Sabihin natin nag-file ng kaso kapitbahay, no? Sabihin natin may kapitbahay na mayaman, tapos may kapitbahay na mahirap. Yung kapitbahay na mayaman talagang abot ang party, abot ang pa-event. Tapos ng mga panahon na yon, COVID-19 po, no, lockdown. So, 'di ba, it's an acute public want or emergency. Tapos wala pang trabaho, iba natanggalan ng trabaho. Iba leave without pay, 'di ba? So, wala nang trabaho, itong kapitbahay nilang mayaman, party pa ng party. Nag-file sila ngayon ng kaso to stop this person from partying. Tanong, pwede bang ipastop o hindi? Ang sagot po hindi. Kasi nakalagay po dito sa Article 25, it may be stopped by order of the court at the instance of any government or private charitable institution. Dapat po charitable institution nagpa-file ng petition to stop etong thoughtless extravagance na to na wag na siya magpa-party. Ngayon po, ano ipa-file na kaso na lang? Medyo remedial na to. Petition for injunction yan or action for injunction. No, kasi alam naman natin, no, ang injunction po hindi naman laging provisional remedy. It can also be an original action. Action for injunction, di ba? With prayer for preliminary injunction, issuance of preliminary injunction, something like that. So, yun po ang pwedeng pagtanungan dito. Feel ko tatanungin talaga kayo dun sa personality ng petitioner. Ito, dyan. Dapat charitable institution lang. Okay, next tayo, tortious interference. Sa torus interference po, no, bago natin itakil yung topic, titingnan nyo lang lagi, ano ba yung reason bakit in-induce ng third party, no, na i-violate ng contracting party yung kontrata. Paiksin natin. Titingnan nyo kung ano yung rason. Bakit itong third party na to in-induce niyang i-violate ng contracting party yung contract. Okay? Pag po ang reason niyan, merong justification, wala pong liability yung third party. Of course, may liability yung contracting party kasi nga, breach of contract siya eh. May kontrata kayo, binrake mo, tapos pumunta ka dito sa third party. May liability yung contracting party. Pero ngayon, third party, pwedeng meron, pwedeng wala. Wala pong problema sa liability ng contracting party kasi obviously may liability yan. Obviously, no? Ang kailangan nating tingnan pag tinanong tayo sa tortious interference, may liability ba yung third party? So kung may reason, wala. Kung walang reason, kung motivated by bad faith, motivated by malice, ayan, liable din po siya. Even though he is not a contracting party. Kahit na third party siya. So ano po ba ang tortious interference? Ayan. Any person who induces another to violate his contract with another person shall be liable for the damages to the other contracting party. So ano pa elements? May valid contract, knowledge on the part of the third person of the existence of the contract, and there must be without there must be without legal justification or excuse. Ang pinaka-important ito, pangatlo na to. Okay? So pwede kayong ano eh, pwede rin kayong testingin ng prof, prof, ng examiner kung ah, alam nyo talaga yung element. Sabihin natin void yung contract. Tapos binrake, walang justification. Sabihin natin ganito, common sense na lang. Sabi ni A, magbebenta siya ng shabu kay B. Nag-agree sila. O, yung nanay ni A, sabi niya, o, tigilan mo yung pagbebenta mo ng shabu, tigilan mo. O, sabi ni B, tortious interference. Di ba? Ba't mo ininduce, i-violate nung anak mo yung contract, may contract kami. Di ba? Binding yan, sabi niya ganun. Nag-agree kami, bibili ng shabu for 100,000 pesos. Tapos yung nanay, wag kang bumili, sabi ganun. Wag mong bilhin o wag mong ibenta, something like that. O hindi binenta. Tanong, may tortious interference ba? Wala. Kasi wala namang valid contract. It was a void contract kasi contrary to law. Diba? So baka ganun yung approach, something like that. No? Siyempre, mas complicated po sa bar. Pero baka ganun ang gawin tanong sa inyo, ang magiging tanong hindi about sa third requisite o sa third element, but about the first element, which is the existence of a valid contract. So titingnan nyo muna, pag tortious interference pala, tingnan nyo rin kung valid the contract in the first place. Kasi baka impossible condition yan. Diba? Conditional obligation. Legal impossibility, factual impossibility. Get nyo na yan. No? Ah, baka may legal justification. Tapos yung knowledge on the part of the niya alam na may kontrata. Although I think sa second requisite hindi masyado dito. Sa first or sa third kay testingin dyan. Okay, so ano po ang usual legal excuse na nasa kaso? At ano po ang usual na pinagagamitan nitong Article 1314? Pinagagamitan po ito normally sa employment. Sabihin natin, nagtitinda siya ng gamot. Meron po sa contract niya, nakalagay dyan, Mr. A, di ba? After his resignation with this company, no? Mr. A should not uh, apply or should not take on take a position with a competing drug company. Ayan, sabihin natin, Medrep pa, nagtitinda ng gamot. Mayroong provision sa contract that this employee, after the termination of his employment with this company, no, should not take a position or accept an employment with a competing drug company. Malaki offer ng kabilang drug company times 2 yung sweldo. Nalipat siya ngayon. Tanong, meron bang liability yung empleyado? The answer is yes, kasi breach of contract. Yung bang competing drug company may liability? Wala po. Kasi nakalagay dyan, without legal justification. In this case, may legal justification po eh. What's the legal justification? Nakalagay po dito sa kaso na to, sa Gilchrist versus Cady. He has no right to be protected against competition. So in short po, legal justification po if you are hiring someone for your own business interest. For your, yun nga, to grow your own company. Diba? As a competing company. No problem. That is a justification for hiring this person despite the existence of a provision prohibiting this person from being employed to you kasi competitor ka nga. Okay lang yun. Third party, walang liability. Walang liability competing drug company. Pero yung empleyado, may liability kasi breach of contract. O ngayon, baka syempre mag-agree na lang sila na, sir, no, o company, pag lumipat po ako sa inyo, magkakaroon po ako ng liability dito sa current kong company. So kung magkakaroon po ako ng penalty dito, magkakaroon man ako ng damages, pwede po bang kayo na lang nga sumalo? Pag-uusapan na lang nila yan. Baka ilagay din yan mismo doon sa contract na bago na kami sasagot sa anumang danyos na kukunin sa'yo ng previous company mo, something like that. Pero per se, no, per se, yung basic talaga, walang liability yung competing company kasi third party sila and they hired this person for their own business interest. That is a legal justification or excuse. Okay, tapos na tayo dyan. Abuse of rights na tayo. Sa unjust enrichment, pakibasa na lang examples ko dito. Hindi tipil ko, hindi dito matatanong. Please just read my examples here. Sa abuse of rights na po tayo.